Hello everyone, this is Ralph from Ralph's Trucking. Today is May 7th, 2025. You all should know I just got back from vacation. It's my second night back in the truck. Last week this time, me and my wife was in Key West. And let's talk about the Key West trip. Some of the videos I will be showing you this will be my wife in the passenger seat video recording, but I'm going to talk about some ways to save money in Key West, Florida. Now, the best bet is to shop around for the hotels. Some hotels charge for parking. I've seen all those way up. Some hotels was $40 a night just to park your car. A lot of hotels has resort fees. We went to the Hampton Inn by Hilton. It had $30 a night resort fee. Gave you a free drink and free breakfast. But it was per person. It wasn't per person, it was per room. I ended up getting, me and my wife sleep in separate beds because I'm on sleep apnea. I'm usually in the truck. I ain't home much, so we sleep in different beds when we go to hotels. Even at the house, we sleep in different beds. Since, like I said, I'm out here on the road most of the time. So, I always get a room with 2 beds. We sleep better that way. So, I went researching for hotels. Hotels can be expensive in Key West, depends on the time of the year. So, do your research, shop around. Like I said, some hotels was strictly parking by valet. Some didn't even have parking. I have saw some hotels down there charge $30 to $50 a night just to park your car, not counting the resort fees. And the rooms, a lot of times the rooms are $200 to $600 a night. It depends on the hotel, time of year, peak season or not. I went the last day of April and the first day of May of 2025. So, like I said, I ended up choosing the Hampton Inn. Only downfall of it, and I will show you a video if I still have it, of the room. Like I said, I had a 2-bedroom. I had a two queen room, 2nd floor overlooking the pool. And outside the property was Route 1, then it's the ocean. So we're right there on the ocean. That's why I picked that place. It had a pool and it had a tiki hut. My wife likes the tiki hut bars, so that's the main reason why I picked that location. Like I said, do your research, find your hotel that suits your needs, or whatever way you want to go to Key West. Driving down to Key West, we ended up renting a car because I didn't want to put 2,000 miles on my wife's 22 Jeep Cherokee in 7 days. So I rented a car. They upgraded me into a 2025 Hyundai Tucson, I think, because I ordered a 4-door luxury car. Like I said, that's a perk I did not have to do. I could have drove her car, no problem. So I couldn't do the toll roads because they said I couldn't bring my Easy Pass in the car because I might get charged on the Easy Pass and they might ding Enterprise on the license plate, and then I'll get dinged again. So they're like, if you do tolls, run it, and they'll send the bill, which I did not do any tolls. So we left last Sunday of April, 2:45 in the morning. Drove 8 hours, spent the night in Daytona Beach. My dad lives at Daytona Beach, so we spent a hotel there. Got to have some time with my dad, ate dinner with my dad. Then Monday morning, we left that hotel, had breakfast with my father and my stepmom. Then we drove down to Homestead, which is south of Miami, because I did not want to deal with Miami traffic first thing Tuesday, because the hotel was from Tuesday night and Wednesday night. So I got the Hampton Inn in Homestead. If I had our car, I would have hopped on in Fort Pierce on the toll road and ran the toll road all the way down to Homestead. But I ran down 95 until traffic started getting bad, and caught 595 and ran down 27. Avoided the tolls and the traffic. So Tuesday, we drove from Homestead down to Key West. Is about 3 hours. Most of that is 2-lane highways. Small towns, slow speed limits, no passing zones. Beautiful scenery, which I will show in the video. First thing when you get to Key West, finding a place to park. We got to Key West at about 11:30 in the afternoon. Couldn't check into our hotel till like 3. So I went to downtown Key West, and my dad wanted me to pick up a shirt at Sloppy Joe's. So I found a public parking area a couple blocks away. I can't walk too much with my back. I still ain't got my shots. For 3 hours of parking at that location was $38.12 for 3 hours of parking. It's billed by plate. You had to go online and pay that money. $38 for 3 hours. I wasn't sure how long it'd take to walk there, eat, walk back. So, just to park your car for 3 hours in some of these lots were $38. So we go to the hotel, check in, we spend the night at the hotel, she went to the pool. I had to lay down, relax my back, and I went down and spent some time down there. I had dinner at the hotel. The hotel does offer a free shuttle to downtown like every half hour, and they pick you up and bring you back. Free shuttle. That's part of the $30 resort fee. Most hotels, I believe, has the shuttles. I saw them going back and forth. Well, I looked and I saw I can rent a golf cart in Key West. So I rented a golf cart for 5 hours at Cool. I think it was Cool something. It was $150 for 5 hours of rent. $140 for 5 hours. I'll put it here shortly for 5 hours of rental. I was thinking, well, maybe they get free parking. They pick you up at the hotel and they bring you back to the hotel anywhere on the island. So they picked us up Wednesday morning. I signed up for a 4-seater gas golf cart. They have electric. They're funny looking, kind of cool looking. I should have got that because that was different. Come to find out that does not include parking. And he told us can't park anywhere there's yellow, can't park anywhere there's red. You have to park only where there's no where there's no sign, where there's no signs for no parking, because the cops will go around and write tickets. I saw it myself. And only problem is 90% of the parking in that place was loading zone, so there was no parking. He said it's best to park on the street. Go to a kiosk on the street, and you can go from spot to spot. I'm like, that sounds good. So I rented parking for 4 hours. I had the cart for 5. I rented for 4 hours because they go by the license plate. That was $25.20 just for 4 hours of street parking anywhere in the city. I rode around looking for parking most of the time. But I didn't know this until now, until I got back from the hotel Wednesday. The city has a shuttle or a bus that you could go from stop to stop, on and off. Seniors are free. Anybody else, it's like $4 a day. So you don't have to worry about finding parking because there is none. Where the hotel drops you off is like a half a block from where the nearest bus pickup is. So, to save money, find a good hotel that offers good, do your research on hotels, time of year. Luckily, when we went into downtown on the golf cart on that Wednesday, they did not have a big cruise ship in it. It just had a small Margaritaville ship. So, luckily they didn't have a big ship, because the guy who picked us up said when it's real busy with a big ship, it's real hard to get around town. Like I said, I was in there on a small ship day. So, let's look at the ride down. My wife took some photos and videos, and I'll show you some videos of downtown. The hotel room, like I said, we stayed at the Hampton Inn next to the airport. Only bad thing about the hotel was you were not even a half a mile from the airport. So you hear the planes coming and going. The first time the plane left, scared the crap out of my wife. She was in the pool. But it's a small island. There's 2 ways in, 3 ways on, by boat, by road, or by air. But luckily, they closed the airport down at 10 o'clock at night. At 5 o'clock in the morning, that airport is closed, so you get to sleep. Like I said, it was a nice hotel. We went down Tuesday, April 29th. We stayed the 29th and the 30th. We drove back May 1st. Now, in the following of the videos, going to show video clips for my wife and photos for my wife of the drive down to Key West. Saw crystal clear the water is. Some of it's from the 7 Mile Bridge. You can Google the 7 Mile Bridge. It is a famous bridge going to Key West. I'm going to show photos and videos of downtown Key West. Some of it is for, if you want to watch a lot of it, fast forward or whatever. It's going to show photos of the Hemingway house, the prices of the Hemingway house, the cats at the Hemingway house. My wife took a lot of photos of the Hemingway cats. They are famous because they have 6 toes. When she was younger, her mom gave her a cat that had 6 toes, so she's fallen in love with these kitty cats. Supposedly there's like over 25 of these cats, and all but 2 are fixed so they can keep the gene pool going. I don't know, it's only 2. I don't know. Of course, it is supposedly against the law to hurt or damage any of the chickens that roam free around Key West. She was surprised to see that. She took a couple photos. Of course, I don't have all the photos and videos she took. I just got a clip, some here and there. We had to wait in line to get our picture at the most famous plot in Key West. That is the most southern point of Key West, 90 miles to Cuba. She stayed in line about 20 minutes. I was parking in the golf cart, paying 4 hours to park, feed the kiosk, which was real pain to do. And then I had to wait for her to get up there because of my back, and somebody took our photo for us. And then there's other photos of downtown Key West. I got a video of the inside of our hotel room if you're interested. I try to have everything spaced at the right time. We went to one of the most famous restaurants my dad said I had to go to was Sloppy Joe's. The Sloppy Joe's are decent. I've had better. I've had worse. They're world famous. They have live music, which I have to put a little clip in it. I can't show much. And on the way back, when we come back on May 1st, we, of course, drove back up. On the north side of the 7 Mile Bridge, there's a restaurant. It even has a swimming pool at the restaurant for people to swim at. We stopped there, had lunch because we were hungry. And I'm going to show you how crystal clear the water is, because they have a place for you to stand outside and look at the water. We took a couple photos, and you'll see me and my wife. I don't show my wife that much. So, if you all want to watch these next clips, you might learn some stuff. Thank you for watching. Like I said, don't try to park downtown. Use the bus and shop around for hotels. Some are higher than others, and at time of year, it all matters. So let's cue the actual footage of Key West. Thank you for watching. Thumb up the video, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button. Cue that road trip to Key West and back. Now we have parked downtown. This is $38.12 for 3 hours of parking. Hey, look, it's a perfect combo, brother. Wow. So my wife likes seeing the horse downtown, so she wanted to get a couple pictures with. She was able to pet him. Then we went down to Sloppy Joe's. This is the restaurant my dad wanted me to get the shirts from, and we ate at the world famous Sloppy Joe's. And they have live music. Not going to show much of his music because I don't want to get a copy strike. Here's the Sloppy Joe original sandwich. That is the sandwich right there. It tasted very good. And the onion rings. That was my lunch. And my wife had shrimp and whatever. She didn't want it. And this was what the shirt. One of the shirts I got from my dad and stepmom. Sloppy Joe's. A little bit from the menu. Here's the Ernest Hemingway house. $19 a person, $7 for the kids. My wife wanted to go there mainly to see the six-toed kitty cats. Most of these photos my wife took because I did not go onto the second floor because of my back. Here's a picture of her standing in front of the Hemingway house. Pause and read some of this. That's Ernest Hemingway. And the guy is going to be showing is the guy who actually designed and built the house. Asa Tift. He died, they boarded up the house, and Hemingway ended up buying the house for back taxes, remodeling it, and they haven't, basically, the only thing they've done to the house is put air conditioning into it. And you'll see a lot of pictures of the six-toed kitty cats. My wife, used to have one, and she likes cats, especially the six toes. So you'll see a lot of that in these photos. But I thought I'd go ahead and put them in here because a lot of people like Ernest Hemingway. Here's the bathroom. Like I said, supposedly everything is untouched from Hemingway and his wife. And more kitty cats. Cats were running all over the place. When I was sitting outside, I had two run by me. There's the bed they slept on, of course. The bathtub. Of course, the sink. Like I said, a lot of these photos she took from the upstairs. I did not go up. Lighthouse outside the place. This house supposedly had a basement / wine cellar. No one was allowed to go into. It's supposedly the highest point of this island. There's more about his TIFF designs. You can pause and read or do some Google research. And you'll see more kitty cats. And as you saw when they first started showing it, do not pick up the cats. Pet them at your own risk. That is the concrete where they poured concrete, and those wonderful cats left their six-toed prints all over the place. More cats. I think she was there for the cats more than the house. And I think she bought a book about the six-toed cats at the Hemingway house. This is after we checked into our hotel. Hi, this is our hotel room. It's got a tiki bar, a pool. This is from our balcony. Pretty good sized balcony. 2 chairs, table. Across the road is the ocean. Got a bar, tiki bar, a pool. Only bad thing about this place is next door to the airport. So you hear airplanes. Don't mind all the stuff because it's somewhat unpacked. twin beds because that's how we roll. Like I said, here's the refrigerator. We got a microwave, some big TV. And the bathroom. Nice big shower. Full-size ironing board. Yep, this is the Hampton Inn, Key West. Prices are very reasonable. Room's huge. But that view. You all have a great one. This is the first day we were at the pool. This bird kept on bugging us and ended up stealing people's food, supposedly. My wife took a couple photos of him. Here I'm lounging back, looking, people can see my feet. I know how people like that. Somebody's been playing bumper cars.
He's on a golf cart now, riding through downtown Key West. Say hi.
Our first stop was to get our photo taken by this. She stood in line about 20 minutes while I was getting our parking pass, and I waited till she got closer. So this is our first photos. This is a photo of us standing next to the most southernmost point of the continental United States. 90 miles to Cuba, closer to any Walmart. And this is just outside of that. She wanted a photo with the statue. And this is just some shots that we took. She still has more of us in Key West on Wednesday. And she was surprised to see all the wild chickens and roosters in Key West. It's supposedly illegally to touch or hurt the roosters and chickens. And then we went to the Hemingway Rum Factory and had some samples, bought a couple bottles. And here's a couple photos from that. Different things to do while you're in Key West. But like I say, have a great time. Look for deals. Shop around. This is on the road right across the street from our hotel. That's how beautiful the water is, just on the other side of the hotel. And then the restaurant is just north of the 7 Mile Bridge. And some photos of us outside there. Here's some photos of little area outside of this bar. This bar even has a swimming pool for people to swim. And how crystal clear this water is, right next to the bar, north the 7 Mile Bridge. It's a famous bridge headed to Key West. But I just want to show you what the water looks like. Beautiful water.